Hello, good afternoon. This is David Sutter talking to you. And today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of April 19th through April 23rd, 2021. Okay, and what I like to do right here is I like to look at all the major Forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame. Okay, just so we can see what happened this past week, and then I will compare that to higher time frames such as the 4-hour daily and weekly charts. Okay, and I will do that just to make a comparison. And then I will try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week. Okay, so to begin with, most of the markets are in a kind of a flat range of market. There's a lot of instability in the market, but what's going on right now is there's going to be getting ready to be some more big reversals coming out. Okay, so I'm going to show you that here in a second. Now to start with here, I want to look at EURUSD. We have right here on the chart. We see that it has risen this past week. Okay. I did predict that it would go up, so this is pretty much in line with what I was predicting. If we look here on the 4-hour chart, I want to show you it has risen to this point here, okay, that I predicted last week. All right, and formed a red arrow. Okay, so this is exactly the type of thing that we're looking for. If we look at the daily chart, okay, daily chart shows to go up more. Okay, this is a slight problem. Okay, if we look at the weekly chart, however, it shows to go down. So the bigger the time frame, the stronger the signal. All right, the stronger the long term, anyhow. So based on the weekly chart, we know that this is going to be dropping. The problem is the daily chart does not have a red arrow. Okay, I was hoping that there would be a red arrow on the daily chart as well. There's still a possibility that it could happen. If this breaks and goes higher, it will probably go to like right about here, because this price had dropped here and formed a support, which is also a resistance. So you could look for the price to go here, but I highly doubt it. Like I said, the 4-hour chart shows the drop. Now, there's always the possibility that on the 4-hour chart that it could go higher and form another red arrow, a second red arrow, even higher. Okay, so that is a very strong possibility. We don't know. Okay, nobody knows the future of Forex. Okay, here we see a blue arrow followed by even lower blue arrow, right? So we could have a red arrow followed by even higher red arrow. So it's always possible. It could go as high as, let me double click this, as this resistance right here. Okay, we have a support here, resistance there. Okay, so yes, it is very possible that it will go up. Right now, we're stuck in a kind of a flat range of market right now. If we look at the 1-hour chart, okay, we see that we had 2 red arrows in a row, which typically the next third arrow should be the opposite color, which is blue. So I feel very strongly that this will drop, okay, based on what we're seeing right there. If we look at the 30-minute chart, here we see, you know, red followed by blue followed by red. So we really tight range of market right now. At this very present point in time, it is definitely showing to drop. Okay, so what's going to happen this week is that we should see a continuation of a range of market with a slight uptrend. Okay, I'm going to say that because the daily chart is not finished rising yet. Okay, we're looking for a red arrow on a daily chart. Okay, so what I'm thinking is going to happen in the beginning of the week, we'll see this drop, and then around the middle of the week we should see it go back up. Will it break the resistance here and go higher than that red arrow? I don't know. I'm thinking it will. Okay, because it is not done going up on the daily chart. Okay, once we see this go up, I don't think it's going to go that high, what I'm showing right here, but it's definitely going to go up some more, and it will form a red arrow. For all intents and purposes, however, the weekly chart is showing the sell, so we know this is going to be dropping. So I would not want to buy so much right now. Okay. But what I would do is I would wait. Honestly, I would wait at least until like the US session, New York session on Monday. Okay, just to see what the market's doing. Because right now is kind of crazy right now. Okay, there's not a lot of movement, which is not exactly good, but not bad either. You can scalp and get small profits, but I would be suspicious that this is going to go up more. And like I said, you want to sell. So what you can do is you could place a sell limit pennant order up here. All right, if I mark this support here, okay, and you see that resistance right there. Let me go to the higher time frame 4-hour chart so you can see a little better. You see that support right there. We got a resistance right here right now. We have even higher. If I bring this back down, that's where we are right now, and this is a support right here. Okay, also resistance. So there's a possibility this is probably more likely the place where it's going to go and form a blue arrow, or I mean red arrow rather, on the daily chart. Okay, I'm thinking that's where we're going to go. It should not go way high, but that is probably that most likely scenario. And what you can do is place a sell limit pennant order. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. Put a sell limit just slightly below this point here. Okay, you're looking at this point right here. So put a sell limit here, and then also below this support line put a sell stop. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So it's like a double whammy. Okay, that would probably be the most ideal thing to do right now, because yes, you can both buy and sell using a 30-minute time frame like I recommend, you know, typically. But looking at this condition that's going on right now, because there's a lot of instability in the market, we know long term is going to drop. So I would plan ahead. It might take a few days for these trades to open and close, but it's okay. You can set these trades up now and just set and forget. Okay, so I would focus on selling only using a 4-hour chart. Okay, using a 4-hour chart like that. So anyhow, that's my predictions for EURUSD. Let's look at Gbp Usd real quick. Okay, now here we see a little bit slightly different. The price did end higher than where it began, right? So it definitely gained this week, but overall we see that we're in a flat range of market. Okay, very, very flat, which is okay. Okay, this is a good time to buy and sell if you're on a 30-minute time frame. And this is pretty much what I guessed at this past week. Okay, what I predicted. So I thought the Great British Pound would go a little bit higher than what it did, but that's okay. Right now it definitely looks like it will drop, but we don't know. Now if we look at the 4-hour chart, it shows to go up still. Okay, so what's going to happen? Okay, let's look at the 1-hour chart real quick. 1-hour chart shows the sell, 30 minutes shows the sell. So it's going to drop some and then go back up even more. We need to see a red arrow on the 4-hour chart. That's kind of a problem, but we do see a strong resistance right here, which, look, the price is almost there. So I would be highly suspect of that. Okay, I think that is where we're going to see a red arrow form on the 4-hour chart. If we look at the daily chart, we still have a red arrow and no blue arrow. Okay, so that's a good sign that this will be dropping, and the weekly chart shows to sell as well. So I would not expect this to go too much higher. So for this week, keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. And what I think is going to happen, honestly, is you're going to see more of a range of market. Okay, I think we're going to see a flat range market with more of a decrease than increase. Okay, now this right here being so close to that red line, this could shoot up a little bit more, and we'll probably see that here on the opening on Monday. Okay, we'll see this on Monday, and the price should drop back down. It might drop now and then go back up even more, I don't know, and this probably could repaint, which is very, very, very possible. And because you see it's a very fresh signal, so you can look for this to go higher, and this will repaint, and then once it gets a red arrow on the 4-hour chart, that's what we're looking for. Okay, looking for the 4-hour chart to form a red arrow, and then we want to sell. So for this week, I do feel that it would be safe to both buy and sell using a 30-minute time frame. Okay, because you know it's going to be going sideways at least this coming week. Now the following week, I don't know, we should see more of a downtrend emerge. Okay, at least this week, buy and sell. Moving on to AUD USD here. All right, now this is a little bit odd, right? So the price was in a flat range of market, shot up, flat range of market, so like that, kind of like climbing a hill, right? And so take a rest, climb a hill, take a rest. That's kind of what's happening. Anyhow, what's going to happen this week? Okay, well, we're at a pretty strong level of resistance. It shows to be dropping, but it's not really dropping, is it? So there's always a strong chance that it could go more. If you look here, we had a red arrow. It didn't really drop too much, and then it shot up more. Excuse me. The same thing could happen again. Okay, look at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart shows to sell. So I'll go back to 30 minutes. We're right in line. Okay, so yes, I think this will be dropping this week, most definitely. If you look at the daily chart, shows the sell. Weekly chart shows the sell as well, which it has been doing for quite a while. So these are not fresh signals. Okay, so long term is definitely going to be dropping. And if we look here on the 4-hour chart, it's already starting to drop. So what's going to happen this week? Okay, this week we'll probably see more of a flat range of market, but we should see the price slowly drop. Okay, and it's not going to be huge movements because you see all the candles here are pretty small. So that means it indicates there is a lot of instability in the market. Also, the market is not very active. Okay, not a lot of active traders, and that's okay. The problem with this is that you're not going to make huge profits by scalping or short term. You're going to have to hold these trades for long term. So like right now, you could sell right now and just hold it. Okay, what would be the best avenue to take this week? I'm going to say keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame and sell only. Okay, it's probably your best bet because, like I said, long term is chose to be dropping. Okay, we're already at a strong level of resistance now, and it should be dropping. Okay, that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it because we need this thing to drop anyhow. All right. Moving on to US dollar versus Swiss franc. Interesting. Now this one, like it dropped, but it's been more or less on a flat range of market. So I feel that this thing is kind of bottomed out. Now we see this blue arrow here is a little bit lower than this blue arrow. So yes, the price ended lower, but it should be going back up anytime soon now. If you look at the 4-hour chart, look at this. We finally hit a strong level of support. The daily chart, however, does not quite show that. Okay. So again, kind of like we saw with EURUSD on the daily chart. The EURUSD, we're looking for a red arrow to form, right? USD CHF, we're looking for a blue arrow to form. Okay, it's not going to drop way down here. It's going to drop a little bit more and form a blue arrow. So look at the 4-hour chart, it's already got the blue arrow. So this could repaint, or it could drop more and form another blue arrow. Okay, if we look in the past, I'm trying to see, like, there's 2 arrows in a row. Yeah, here there was 3 arrows in a row. Wow. And each one was a little bit lower. So yes, there could be another blue arrow, okay, a little bit lower. We don't know. Okay, we just don't know. But as of right now, it's looking like it's going to go up. Okay, at least in the short term. Okay, now the daily does not have a blue arrow, so it's got to form a blue arrow at some point. Where will it form a blue arrow? That is a good question. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to draw a line right here. That's a resistance support. Okay, so now there was a blue arrow here before, but basically the price already hit that and didn't form a blue arrow. So I'm thinking, you know, it's going to drop a little bit more. Now there's a blue arrow here. Yes, it could drop there as well. I'm just not feeling that this is going to drop that far. Okay, just so you can see, I'd lower the arrow a little bit, but I'm thinking we go right here because we have a resistance here and support. This was a resistance, broke, it's now a support. So this is definitely a support that it will hit. Now I think this is the target right here. Okay, if we drop down to the 4-hour chart, you can see that it's ever so close already. Okay, you can see it better right here. Support, right? Resistance broke, formed a support. Now at this present point, it's still a support, and that's what we're looking for it to hit. 4-hour chart has a fresh signal, so I think it's going to drop some more. The beginning of the week, it might shoot up and then drop some more. We don't know. So what I think is going to happen this week, okay, we're going to see a lot of ups and downs here. Look at this. This is not a flat range market, but this has a downtrend, right? And it's okay. This is actually good for buying and selling, like I predicted last week. It's just it's dropping overall, okay? And the same thing is going to happen this week, okay? I think it's at least in the beginning of the week, it's going to drop some more. Right now it shows the buy, but I would wait until at least the New York session on Monday before I place any trades at all to see what the market is doing. Okay, I would probably most likely wait until you get a red arrow and then sell and close it on the next blue arrow. Okay, and repeat that process. Okay, buy and sell both on a 30-minute time frame. We should by the middle of the week see this rebound and come back up. Okay, because long term the US dollar is going to be going up anyhow. Okay, let's move on to US dollar versus Japanese yen. Look here, okay, USD JPY. We definitely see a drop this week, okay, as you can see here. So the price dropped, but it looks like it hit a strong level of support right here. So what's going to happen this week? The price should be coming back up. If we look at the 4-hour chart, okay, again we see pretty fresh signal. Okay, we see a strong signal to buy. Will it drop more? We don't know. The daily chart again shows to sell. There's no way that this is going to have a huge drop. Okay, yes, anything is possible in Forex, but based on my experience and what I've seen, I don't think this is going to have a big drop because we know the US dollar is going up long term. We look at the weekly chart. Okay, we have a blue arrow which we've had for a long time now, okay, for about a year now. But the thing is, we had a big bull run here. Okay, so when you have a big run like that, you're gonna have a pullback, which we're experiencing right now, and then another bull run. All right, so it's gonna drop some more. I do feel that yes, it will drop some more, but it won't be a huge drop. Okay, how far will it drop? That is the $1 million question. Nobody knows. Okay, but we can kind of use the past to determine the future a little bit. Here we see a strong support. Okay, it is very possible that it will drop here and form a blue arrow. This is most likely the scenario. Like, I'm not a fortune teller, so don't quote me on that, but if you look here on the 4-hour chart, you get a clearer picture of what I'm trying to show you. Okay, so yes, this could repaint and form another blue arrow lower. If it goes lower than that, I don't know, maybe here, because that's a resistance there. Okay, it's not going to be a huge drop. That would probably be, you know, as low as I think it would go. I mean, let's check this out. There's a resistance way down here. Will it drop that far? Hell no. There's no way it's going to drop that far. Look at the daily chart. So that's a massive drop, and we're not looking at that. Okay, so if anything, we'll probably drop here. You know, there's a, look in the past, there's a resistance right here. Okay, so yes, we should see more of a drop. The 4-hour chart shows the buy, so in the beginning of the week it'll probably go back up and then drop more. That's what I'm leaning towards. Okay, just to give you an idea of what's going to happen. So we know long term is going up. Now what's going to happen? What should we do this week? Keep your charts on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, now right here, look at this. It shows has 2 blue arrows in a row. So we're looking for, it's not really going up, is it? So like I said, we're looking for this to drop even more. Okay, so what I would do this week is I would wait, like on the 1-hour chart or 30-minute even, I would wait until you have a red arrow to sell. Okay, again, wait until at least the New York session on Monday before placing any trades at all. Okay, all these USD pairs, but wait until you get a red arrow and then sell, and then close it when you get the next red arrow, on blue arrow. Okay, place a trade on the red arrow, close it on the blue arrow. Okay, using a 30-minute time frame. Okay, and just repeat that process. We should see mostly range of market. In the beginning of the week, we should see a drop, and then by the end of the week, it'll go back up again. Long term, it's going to be going up. Okay, long term is definitely going to be going up. Probably this week we're going to see most of the range of market. The following week we should see more of an uptrend develop. Okay, moving on to US dollar versus Canadian dollar. Again, we saw a little bit of a drop here, more or less a range of market. The price ended slightly lower than where it began, and it's definitely a good time to buy and sell using a 30-minute chart. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, we have a strong signal to buy right now, which is a very good sign. Okay, this should be going up. If we look at the daily chart, we have a signal to buy, and you know, we see here that it went up and then just kind of like went sideways there for a while. So next step is to go back up again. Okay, this is kind of like a pullback. You have up, pullback, up, like that. So if you look at the weekly chart, again, we see the price going up, a slight pullback, and it's going to go up some more. All right, long term this will be going up. Okay, most definitely. Okay, the monthly chart shows the drop, but I'm not so too concerned about the monthly. But with the weekly chart, we know that this is going to be going up. You know, the next few months, probably the next 6 months, it's going to have a slow, steady, you know, trickle up. Okay, so right now definitely looks like a good time to buy. 4-hour chart shows to buy. 1 hour shows to buy. 30-minute shows to sell. So here on the 30-minute chart, it's almost there. All right, it probably in the opening hours on Monday we'll probably see a blue arrow form, but again, this is a USD pair, so wait until at least the New York session on Monday before placing any trades. Okay, so following suit with what happened last week, it should be 100% safe to both buy and sell using a 30-minute time frame. Okay, So anyhow, that concludes my weekly trade predictions. If you have any questions at all about these predictions, or if you need me to analyze another currency pair, okay, feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook, okay? Please contact me there first. Also, I'll put a link for my private Facebook group, and you can request to join my Facebook group, and you can post any questions or comments in my Facebook group, all right? So with that said, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Just let me know how I can help you. Thank you so much.